Transcend. Welcome to the sixth element show with comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stino and bringing you the culture every day. Welcome to the sixth element show with comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stino.
Yes, y'all. Sixth Element in the building. What's good, y'all? Merry Christmas Eve.
Yes, and peace. Merry Christmas. I hope and pray that all you guys that are in the chat tonight, whatever state you're in, you play the Powerball.
Yes.
You got to throw your name in the
encourage
hat.
gambling here.
You got to throw your. I'm not. You got to throw your name in the hat. It's called throwing your name in the hat.
Got to throw it in.
Got to throw it in for that much money. You got to take it. Just give them $1. Give them $4. Get the power play. Get the double play. You only got to play one time, man. You ain't got to break the bank. You don't have to kill, your pockets, anything. Just play one. It's all about. It's just luck. It's just all luck. If you that lucky person, you want $1 billion, you're gonna get what? Almost $500 million if you take the cash buyout.
If it wasn't for you, bro, I would never know when the jackpot is big or what. I just don't follow it. Yeah,
only time I play it, I keep you informed. Because guys like you and my son, y'all the ones that hit that joint because like you said, you don't follow it, you don't do that, you don't. So people like you are the ones that hit it, man. My son, a couple other people I know, man. Just y'all the people that hit that joint, man. You be like, well, where this guy come from? And then y'all do stuff that make the people that play it every day mad. Like y'all, like you, my son, a couple, y'all play like $3 or like $6 or $10 and hit it, get every damn number. And you got some people they go spend $100, man. They would throw $100 in the hat on that and don't hit nothing. Yeah, but I hope you played. I hope you got your, put your joint in. But it's
oh yeah. Well, tonight, man, we're gonna talk about this Dave Chappelle, the Unstoppable Act. And because it's it's that time of year and Dave Chappelle drops a new Netflix special, and we gotta chime in, we gotta chop it up. But yes, sir, it is the new special on Netflix, and much like Nas's title, for his album with the N with the he changed the name, right? But that Netflix kind of did the same thing. Slade Wilson, what up? Peace. Yeah. What do you think, Dave? What do you think, Dave? What do you think, Stu, about that title?
Well, after watching the show, it's appropriately named because he talked about how when he went to the Middle East and nobody liked it. Everybody was talking trash about him. So, like you said, the stuff he talked about over there is, for lack of a better word.
I think you missed it. When he went to the Middle East, they loved him. Everything he said,
I said over here. Over here, they didn't like it.
Oh, I thought you said when he went to the Middle East.
No. They loved him over there. Over here.
Yeah,
so, and when he went to the Middle East, for lack of a better word, when I'm off air, I always call it nigga shit. So he took that over there and called it nigga act. So that's just what it is. And I agree with him. And it's unstoppable. He's unstoppable. Like, and speaking of that, the town thing, when he talked about the town thing, I did some research on that. That is very interesting. Why he bought that town, like why he did that. He owns,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, he owns most of that. He owns, and on the main street, he owns like they say he owns like 90% of the main street that runs through the town.
Yep.
He put up a comedy club. He put up a souvenir store.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, he did a lot, and he actually went to a meeting where they were trying to build some houses in this house in the town. uh, so Dave Chappelle contributes or owns or has contributed like $65 million to the town or something like that. It's a high number, and they wanted to bring in
Lot of
some
property.
$24 million homes or somewhere they were going to build in there. And Dave Chappelle didn't like it. He was like, "Why are you building those homes? Like nobody asked me, nobody said nothing," and they were trying to do it behind his back. So he went in there and told him, "If you do it, I'm going to pull out of this town and take everything with me." And
And if
because
they
he's
leave the town, they're gonna be a podunk
yes,
white trash town that they were
yeah,
before he
they were,
came.
yeah, yes, and he's in Ohio now. If I don't know if you've ever been to Ohio, but ain't nothing in Ohio, but
Oh,
Ohioans. There's nothing in
I've
Ohio.
been in
It's in the middle.
Nebraska. It's quite similar.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing out there but land
Cornfield.
and
Yeah,
cornfield and land. Yeah, it's really like he said.
Nebraska.
We're white. Yeah, it's like he said. We're white liberals go to be hippies. That's just what it
Yeah.
is.
He said, but you know what I learned about liberal white people? He said, liberal white people let black people do whatever the fuck they want until you buy most of their town. He said, oh, they frowned on that. He said,
Yeah,
them
yeah.
whites got real suspicious, but you know what? He said, I don't blame them because no, for real, because look, if I was white and the people in this town were black, you know what they'd say? They would say I was gentrifying the town. But there's no word for what I'm doing to these people. I own everything. I own everything. He said,
That's true.
he said, I used to be mad at white people when I was young because I thought they were unfair. But now that I have all this property, I understand them. It's fun. It feels good to walk up to white people and be like, are you supposed to be here? Calling the police. It's fun. He said, I own so much property in this town, and this is true. These white people think I'm responsible for their well-being. It's ridiculous. So I'm not a public servant. I'm a capitalist. I'll be walking down the street minding my own business, and they come up to me with their concerns. Dave, congratulations on buying the whole goddamn town. But you need to start thinking about some affordable housing around here. And I'll be like, well, actually, champ, I can afford my house.
Yeah. He said, I can afford yours too.
He said, that sounds like some shit that you need to worry about because if I think about it, I can afford your house too. But so if you want to sell, come holler at your boy. I'm collecting the whole town. I'm collecting the whole goddamn town. Yeah, he's definitely the mayor. He said.
But all jokes aside, with that, the real reason there is some significance to it. Dave Chappelle also, Coretta Scott King, went to school there. Or I think she was born there, something like that. His grandfather taught in a school there. And Coretta Scott King was born. She's from that town. There are some historical figures in it, and it holds a significant value to him. And I think that's why he bought it. He went back to his hometown and was able to buy it, or buy most of it, and just chill and live there. And anything he wants that he doesn't want to disappear, it stays there. And I think that's dope, bro. I think that's just dope.
Oh yeah. He said, you know, I don't know where these poor whites got the money, but not long ago, these motherfuckers built a brand new fire station out of the blue. Where the fuck did they get this money from? And I was like, what the fuck is this? And you know what they did? This is some real racist shit. He said they tried to sell the old fire station at an auction when they knew I was going to be out of town. He said, it's fucked up, but it's far too late for that. He said, I got the whole town rigged with snitches. He said they couldn't wait to tell me. So they was running up, my lord, I have news, my lord. I was like, what's going on? What's this you say? A firehouse? He said, yeah, I bought the firehouse and turned the motherfucker into a music comedy club. He said, we be rocking in there. He said, the Clip's been in there. would be in there rocking. Every famous person I ever met, he said he asked them to come to the club. He was in there with Mick Jagger, had Mick Jagger in there.
Yeah. And also another significant thing about the town too is that during I think it's the abolitionist era, um it was like a it was a town that welcomed African Americans during segregation and things like that. I mean, it's there was a lot of things behind the scene of why he bought that town and why he stays there.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I think it's dope. He got the money, and it's like a slap in the face, like he said to whites, because I can come back there, buy the whole town, and I own it. So like, and it's funny the way it's just the way he put it, because Dave Chappelle is super funny, bro. Like the way
Pays
he
that
tells stories. Yeah, he's just like, oh.
word. Remind me of the Nas joint. Yo, that Nas, first of all, guys, that Nas album, that new Nas joint with Premiere, put a battery in my back.
It's a dream come true.
It put a battery in my. It brought me, bro. It reinvigorated me, man.
That's what music is supposed to do.
You see, the name of this channel has changed back from 6 Element Collectibles to 6th Element of Hip Hop. And I don't know. I guess it's because of Nas, bro. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But then I was thinking, man, like I heard this album and like it just brought me. Cause, bro, a lot of us felt like, you know, hip hop was in the past, like our hip hop anyway. And you know, Nas, bro, with the 7 Mass Appeal albums and this being the crowning achievement of that. You know, he definitely breathed life back into hip hop, bro, and he definitely breathed life back in the 6th Element of hip hop, dog. Like we back, baby. It's hip hop bound, baby. That's it. I feel like I played baseball, you know, but I'm going back to the Bulls. You know, tried to play the baseball a little bit. The toy thing, man. The toy thing. I mean, if anybody's disappointed, the collectibles thing, the toy gig. I'll tell you what it was. We had our homie on here, Shark Eyes toy view rather, and homie from Australia, super cool dude. And in meeting him, I realized the only way that you can really compete in this figure game, in this action figure game, like as far as toy reviews and whatnot, you have to be overseas. If you're in the United States, or you have to just have a connection, someone over in Hong Kong or someone there who is willing to, you know, do the shipping. And then of course you're going to pay out the ass. You're going to pay tariffs. You're going to pay not just tariffs. I mean, it's going to be insane how much more you will have to pay for every single figure that you review. And if you're not making all that money back right away from YouTube, that's going out the window, bro. And very, very few people can do that. You have to have either, like I said, either an extreme amount of capital, you know, be in the United States, or just be, you know, overseas. So, you know, we will definitely still be reviewing, you know, figures and toys and shit as they come in, but it's not going to be the main focus. It's not what we really about. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is really the core of this channel, always has been. We think that comics are hip hop's 6th element. And so that's how we get down. 6th element of hip hop is comic books. That's really the core and foundation of it all these toys and figures. And look, it's a lot of them too. But that big ass Sentinel's gonna be here Friday too. We'll be able to chop that up, show you all that joint Saturday.
You got one of those? You got the Sentinel?
Oh, you know I did. I did. Had to, baby. Had to.
I was that close, man. I don't know where to put it.
Price up. They added up $45. They jacked it up $45. What you mean you want to put it? Put it on top of that Pac-Man machine in the back. I see right there. You got all kind of room. You put it in.
Listen, I'm laughing. You cover. You just. But I literally thought about that. I got some floating shelves I gotta hang up, and a lot of stuff's gonna go on there. So I actually do got the room for it.
Yeah,
I do.
No,
yeah, I do. Got
it's not crazy big. It's not even as big as the HasLab one. It's a little couple 3, 4, 5 inches shorter than the HasLab.
The HasLab one is there.
Which
that's the best one. That's the best one next to the Apocalypse.
You know, I kind of like this one better than the HasLab Sentinel. Just not that I wouldn't trade it. I mean, the HasLab just has way more features, way more just shit to it. It's just it's a bigger, better, you know, piece of equipment of whatever. but I like the design of this one much better. This is the like the comic book, animated X-Men the animated series, and it looks more like the comic book OG Sentinels to me. Whereas the one that Hasbro did with the HasLab was a more like sort of modern take that had a little bit of a kind of a unique design as far as that goes. But yeah, man, waiting on Raw Talk to join us tonight. He's in Saint Lucia right now with his family, chilling on the island, just
He's
taking out a
warm.
mango and shit.
He's warm. He's warm. I can tell you that now.
Oh yeah, he's chilling.
'Cause it's about 75, 80 degrees over there right now.
Or he's sitting sipping hip out of coconuts. But he'll be on hopefully in a minute. I don't know what's going on. He was supposed to be here, soon, but we're probably trying to get Wi-Fi and everything set up down there. We talked a few times though. He got the phone shit forwarded down there, so he should be able to. But yeah, man. So when he comes on, we'll definitely get deeper into this Chappelle special. But like one of the main things, like bro, like that he really hit on, and this is Dave Chappelle, y'all. So this is not like, it's not crazy that if this was any other comedian, bro, I'd be like, oh my god, this shit would be insane, bro. The shit that he's saying and talking about in this special, bro. But it's Dave Chappelle, and now we come to expect super duper revolutionary, you know what I'm saying, type of shit from that brother. So it really.
Because Dave Chappelle's like he's like the public enemy. He's like the public enemy of stand-up comics, And you got to take your hat off to him for that, because he does speak out about a lot of things. But he makes it funny when he talks about it, like when he was talking about the transgender, that with the Falcon and the transgender. That was super funny, bro. But and he was like, it was like the transgender jokes don't go well over here. So they tried to cancel me, which they did.
They love that shit in Saudi Arabia, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, but he said some shit. He said, but here's what I think. He said, somehow this country went wrong in 1910. He said, I narrowed it down to a specific dude. And now he plays this like it's a routine, but honestly, he's spitting actual facts. He's really breaking down real historical knowledge and shit that this country, well, I say white America and the current regime, I'll call it, would like to see, hidden more, swept under the rug, if you will, and misremembered. But he said it has something to do with, and I think about what I say later, not now. He said it has something to do with Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson. Now, Jack Johnson, the OG, the first black. He said Jack Johnson was the first black heavyweight champion of the world, boxing heavyweight champion of the world. And the heavyweight championship to this day is the most prestigious, title in sports. But in 1908, only white fighters had that distinction, not because black fighters weren't good enough, but because no white fighter would give a black person the opportunity to lay their hands on them and fight them in the ring. And so he said a guy named Tommy Burns became heavyweight champion, and Tommy Burns was an anomaly. Tommy Burns is a white man, but he was not an American white man. He was a Canadian. And he said, I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. He's Canadian. You know how they are. But he said, I'm not the champion of Canada. I'm not the champion of white men. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world, and I will defend my championship against all comers. And boy, he said, Jack Johnson got the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight champion of the world, not from an American like he was, but from a Canadian. And he said, now you think that Americans would root for Jack Johnson now because he was an American? He said, no, this dude was blacker than Wesley Snipes. He said, Tommy Burns, meaning basically that, obviously, even though he's an American, he was black. And so white America was not still rooting for him, even though he was fighting someone from another country, which in boxing is unheard of and has been unheard of ever since. But now he said Tommy Burns at the time was the shortest person to ever be heavyweight champion of the world. And Jack Johnson stepped in the ring and towered over him. He's 6-something. He said, he said, he beat the fuck out of Tommy Burns in Sydney, Australia. And all the white fighters in America were like, you see what we mean? Fighting those goddamn dirty fighting monkeys. Before Tommy Burns, the heavyweight champion, had retired, it was a man named Jim Jeffries. And everyone said Jack Johnson is not the real champion. They said Jim Jeffries is the real champion. And it's a good thing he's not fighting, or he'd beat your black ass, Jack Johnson. So Jack Johnson called out Jim Jeffries. It happened first in London. He said Jim Jeffries was in a parade in London, and Jack Johnson's black ass stepped out of the crowd, and this dude was dressed to the nines. He was very articulate. He said, I say, old boy, I sure would like to give you a wallop. And old Jim Jeffries was just looking at him like, what the fuck? And then Jim Jeffries was in a parade in Sydney, Australia, and Jack Johnson stepped out of the crowd again. He said, I say, old boy, I sure do want to give you the old one, too. And Jim Jeffries was looking like, how the fuck does this dude have a passport? This black man have a passport. And so again, this is 1910, right? This is, and the hallmark of Jack Johnson's career was audacity. He said there was a story about him that's a legend that says that one night he was caught speeding down a country road south of the Mason-Dixon line, and the police pulled Johnson's black ass over. And this was 1910, so he must have been flying 13, 14 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And the police stopped him. The police said, it costs $200 for you to speed in our roads down here. And back then, $200 was like getting a $50,000 ticket. And this dude, Jack Johnson, didn't hesitate. He gave him $400 and said, I'm coming back this way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after months of persistence, Jim Jeffries relented, and Jack Johnson defended a title against Jim Jeffries on the 4th of July. And this is where the phrase, the Great White Hope, comes from, right? You've heard this, the Great White Hope. They made movies about it, right? Great White Hype. It's a term that came from this specific situation. And they were dying to find any white man that could put this black man in his place. Well, that's not the word they used. And I said, I'll tell you that on 4th of July, Jim Jeffries was not the guy. Jack Johnson fucked his ass up. He was not the guy. And Jack Johnson did what they call in boxing, carried the fight. Much like we just saw homie do with Jake Paul. Carrying the fight, meaning that he could have knocked him out anytime, but he just kind of, let him live. Let him live.
Kept him alive.
Let him live.
He beat him, but he didn't kill him. So
he was waiting. He was like biding his time. He's like just toying with him, right? Until the moment when he decides he wants to go ahead and knock him out. So he just carried the fight round after round. Could have knocked him out any time, but he just wanted to keep the rounds going until he decided it was time. And at that time, he wanted to make it look good because, when he got sick of it, because back then there was no like 15 round fights. You just fought until you couldn't fight anymore. And if there was like a limit on the rounds, they would fight like 30 rounds, something like that. However many they could fight.
Yeah, they would fight 30 rounds. Yeah. Well, you always have to announce how many rounds they're gonna go, but they would go like it'd be like the bout. They'd be like, this bout is scheduled for 30 rounds. No, it's scheduled for 40 rounds. 40 rounds. We won't fight for 40 rounds.
We're talking back in the we're talking silent era. No announcer. No, this is silent movies, film era. 1910, pre 1920. Like this is 1910, bro. They didn't even have. I don't even think they filmed shit back then. It was just radios and shit. Like 1910. But anyway, according to Dave Chappelle, they didn't have rounds. They just fought until they couldn't fight anymore. And when Jack Johnson got bored, he put him away with a vicious right hook. And you see Jim Jeffries in the footage. I guess there was footage start to fall. And right as Jim Jeffries starting to fall, they cut the film off because they didn't want that imagery of a black man knocking out their hope. There's no footage of Jim Jeffries falling to the canvas, even though we know it happened. And on July 5th, all over the United States, there was riots because of this boxing match, because he won. White riots where they killed many black people all over the country to make sure, that the rest of these black people knew their place, because Jack Johnson was the first black person to physically confront the color line and win. Remember, 1910, guys. 10, right? Damn near the fucking 1800s. And here's the punchline. He didn't just leave the arena with his life. Jack Johnson had a very particular proclivity. He left the arena with his life and a white bitch.
A white woman, yeah.
He said, let's talk about it. He said, you see, Jack Johnson loved fucking white women. Almost exclusively, he would fuck white women. And man, the audacity of this man beating up white men and fucking their bitches. He said the boxing world was elated, and every great black fighter celebrated Jack Johnson when they came. And when they came to Jack Johnson, they said, Jack, congratulations. Can I get a title fight? And Jack Johnson was like the white predecessors. He said, well, I don't fight black fighters. I'm in the business of beating up white guys and fucking their bitches. And one after another, they lined up the great white hopes, and Jack Johnson would vanquish them all. In fact, it took an act of Congress to stop Jack Johnson. And here's where the plot thickens. And it's going to bleed over into something that we just talked about on this show. So, Congressman named Mann, M-A-N-N, from Illinois, came up with an act called the Mann Act. Woody, what up? Peace, peace. And the Mann Act is the law that says it's illegal to take women across state lines for the purposes of debauchery.
Yes.
Now, Jack Johnson got tried, prosecuted, and convicted of the Mann Act. So he fled the country. He was on the run for years, and it ruined his life. Eventually came back in 1946. 36 years later, he died in the United States in a car crash. But before he died, and this is one of my favorite quotes that any American has ever said, he said, I risked everything for my pleasure. And you know, having freedom is one thing, but not having freedom is another thing. But using freedom that you don't have takes an enormous amount of courage, no matter how selfish you are with it. And Jack Johnson is an American riddle that we got to solve. And you know who else just got convicted of the Mann Act? The Diddler.
Take that.
The Diddler. Yes, sir. So while, and here's the thing, you know, while nobody agrees with anything that Puffy did, obviously, it's kind of weird that it's like not new, and you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden they bust him for this shit that clearly they've been knowing that he's been doing. It's not like, oh, we just found out he did this and we're arresting him for it. It's just very clever, or very interesting timing, you could say. So
It is.
a lot of people are not, you know, while they're not down with anything Puffy did, obviously, his behavior in any way, they're also not celebrating his conviction or the ruining of his image, as if, you know, if there was much of an image, but because basically they feel that's, you know, it's government using the Mann Act, you know, to destroy another black man that has reached heights that they never intended black men to reach. Let's be honest. And that's some wild shit. So he said, I hate conspiracy theories, but I'll tell you about one. He said, and this is not even a theory, and this part I know is a fact. He said, did you know when I left DC and I moved to New York in the 90s, that New York City Police Department had a hip hop police task force?
Yes, they did.
A lot of us know this.
It's true.
All right, the hip hop police. And did you know that? He said in this task force would follow anybody that was involved in hip hop culture around, not just rappers, drug dealers, because they thought that it was connected somehow. And even young comedians like Dave Chappelle, he said, anybody that was just on that scene, they knew who everybody was and what everybody was doing. And back in those days, I used to go to nightclubs, and sometimes I'd go to the club and the lights would be a little bit different. And I didn't notice, but the OGs would pull me aside and be like, careful in the club. They got FBI lights up, which meant the lighting was strange because the party was under surveillance. And they were just telling me to watch my back. And, you know, I wasn't doing anything wrong, just having a good time. And now, so basically, you know, the DJ would adjust the lighting so that everyone in the club knew Feds was in the building.
Mm.
And he said, now, now, did you know that task force was invented originally to follow just two people around? Guy named Christopher Wallace, aka Notorious B.I.G., Biggie, and old Diddler himself. Those two guys in specifically. And now he said, why is that? He's been under surveillance for at least 30 years. But just now they noticed that he racketeers and beats up bitches. He said, I bet you, if he was doing all that, I bet you they seen him doing it for a long time. But why now? Don't know. He said it's strange in this case. Nobody called the police except for Kid Cudi. And everybody called Kid Cudi a snitch. But he wasn't a snitch. A snitch is when two dudes do crime together and one of them gets caught and tells on the other to get himself out of trouble. Right? That's the snitch. So Kid Cudi was violated by Puff. He was a victim. He alleged that Puff blew up his motherfucking Porsche with a Molotov cocktail. And it didn't stop there. He said he alleged that when Puff broke into his house, he opened this dude's Christmas gifts. I would have been furious. Said, I can't prove that he opened the gifts or nothing, but I came in the house and there he was. The gifts were open and he was just like, Merry Christmas, Playboy. And so what was Kid Cudi supposed to do? He's only got two choices. Either A, you're going to have to do some gangster shit and, you know, then he's going to have a hard time proving that, right? Or he's not built like that. I don't believe Kid Cudi is built like that. Or your last option B is to call the police. Good for Kid Cudi. He did the right thing. He said, I, on the other hand, I'm built like that. He said, if this dude fucks my family's Christmas up, you better believe I'll make him suffer for that shit. He's gonna come. So, but man, he just I don't know, dog. He just did his thing, bro. It's one of those that you just really got to see. But I tell you, it's as good as anyone that you've ever seen before.
Yeah. As Dave Chappelle, his style of comedy is he takes real life and real things that happen that you would normally be like, damn, that's messed up. And even though you say that, he makes it funny. I just nobody else has a talent like that to do that. I mean, and he's amazingly on stage. Like it's a form of comedy that's unorthodox or that's not readily done, and nobody else can do it. He's the only one that does it.
He spits it's revolutionary shit. He's spitting like I said, political shit, social shit.
Like I said earlier, he's the Public Enemy. So you know how Public Enemy that's our revolutionary rap group. That's Dave Chappelle is the Public Enemy version of a comedian. That's how I've always looked at him. I've always supported his stuff and watched the shows and all that. And he is the Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Terminator X, Hank Shockley, all of that rolled up into him. And that's what he is when it comes to comedy. He's that dude. And Public Enemy, when it comes to rap, they the dudes like when Yusuf Hawkins got killed in Bensonhurst, they were the main ones. They literally held their record back to add the track Fight the Power.
Yeah.
And Welcome to the Terror Dome. And Chuck D said it. Chuck D said that song he said we was getting our asses kicked in the 90s. So he said that's why Welcome to the Terror Dome really means Welcome to the MF in 90s. That's what that song literally represents. Because he said in the 90s it was just bad. Like we had all the killings, all the black people getting killed, and nobody did nothing about it. And they was just like, oh, it's just all the beatings, Rodney King, all of that. Like he just was like, welcome to the Terror Dome, welcome to the mother effing 90s. Just how it went down.
Son, I got the Tony Stark, son.
I see.
Remember the joint you gave Spider-Man?
Yeah. I got a pair of shades like I got a pair of shades like that. I got a pair of dark shades like that. Like the Tony Stark joints. Those prescription or are they?
Nah, if they was, I'd just be rocking them, but they not.
Oh, okay.
They just blue blockers, screen blockers. So
some funky blue
yeah,
blockers.
but some dope shit that he was talking about, some shit that had me dying, bro. One of the funniest shits. And it was like when he said he went to Atlanta. He said T.I. called him and he was like, I want to show you the real Atlanta when he came to Atlanta. And he hit him up and he was taking him to all the spots and showing him where this guy lived and where this, where Outkast grew up and where Martin Luther King's house was and all these things. And he said, and then he got these kids. He said they stopped at a red light. He said, and he said, quote, these little black kids rushed the car from either sides of the intersection with water bottles. These kids in Atlanta, they're called the water boys. Their whole hustle is to sell water to people who are stuck in that hot Atlanta traffic. Said, I didn't know that. I just saw these young dudes running up on the car. So I locked the door like, fuck that. Nope. And he said, but T.I. rolled his window down and started giving the kids orders. He said, slow down. Don't just run up on somebody's car. You don't know what they got in there. He said, and smile and look less threatening. And remember your manners and say yes, ma'am, and no, sir, please, and thank you. He said, that'll keep you alive. He said, and keep that condensation on the water so it looks refreshing and delicious. And then the kid realized he was talking to a legend. He said, oh, my God, thanks, T.I. And he held his hand out for some money. T.I. looked at him, said, I done gave you the game, and rolled up the window and drove away. Gave you the game. The game is worth more than the money.
It's true.
But yeah, all night, that night, he said, that night I did my show and got off stage. T.I. was backstage with a friend of his that I didn't know. I just knew his friend was somebody because everyone was acting all excited because he was back there. And I asked him, yo, Tip, who's your man? And he said, oh, that right there, that's the future of hip hop. And I was like, will you just calm down? He said, dude, he said, but yo, my man, what's your name? He looked over, he said, I'm Nipsey. He said, and this was Nipsey Hussle. Not going to go all into it, but I'm going to tell you that night, me and T.I. and Nipsey went out and had a fucking blast. And good time, not freak off fun, but fun. So much fun that we got home from the road. And my wife asked me, she goes, how was your trip, Dave? And I said, it was good, babe. I met the coolest dude. This dude is younger than me, but it's like he's older than me. She's like, what? What does that mean? He said, I don't know, bitch. He's like, he's hanging out with a fortune cookie. He just had an answer for everything. But yeah, Nipsey was a cool cat. He said he chilled with Nipsey. And later when he ended up running into Nipsey's wife after he died, Nipsey was telling him that she, how much he loved Dave and all that. And he said, and the party was the place that I had been a million times. So I wasn't excited about being in that place. But when I walked up, it was just different. It was popping. And it turns out that the party was for Nipsey. Nipsey had been nominated for Rap Album of the Year. And everybody that he would ever have respected was at the party. It was T.I., Snoop was there, Jay-Z, Puffy, before we knew he did all that stuff, was there. He said, and I was there and on, as good as the party was when I was partying, I was having fun. But I had a pit in my stomach because it reminded me of the 90s. And you can believe me or you cannot believe me. I'm just telling you how I saw and how I felt. They had the FBI. The FBI lights up. And I just felt like, man, this party's under surveillance. But I didn't think too much of it. And then I went back home to Ohio and I was taking a nap. My wife shook me and she had tears in her eyes. And she said, David. And I said, what's wrong with you? She said, your friend is dead. But that was Nipsey.
Mm.
Bro, he even talked about Dr. Sabi.
Yeah.
He said
he dropped some gems about Sabi too, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, he said he said in the 90s there was a Dr. Sabi, and during the height of the AIDS epidemic, a black holistic doctor in New York named Dr. Sabi claimed that he cured 2 people of AIDS and HIV holistically. And at the time, that was illegal that was an illegal claim to make in the United States because of the FDA. But I remember when that shit went down, bro. I mean, I remember all that shit. I was deep into that shit. And then we found out that Left Eye was at Dr. Sabi's. when she
Yeah,
died.
yeah. She had sickle cell really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sabi just basically he taught of eating raw foods. Basically, everything you eat should be a raw, natural food, right? Nothing dead, um, nothing cooked. Shit, just
no
still
meat.
alive, live
Yeah,
food.
no meat, nothing.
Lots of roots.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like you know, his whole thing was about mucus, and he said that everything in the body. He said everything in the body comes down to mucus and like your mucus content. And he said you can control the amount of mucus in your body. Your immune system will fight anything off.
it's true.
And so he would so his basically his diet, his nutritional thing that he would lay out for people, it would clear them of all that, and basically no matter what it was, he was basically saying, I'm not curing anybody of any diseases. They're curing themselves. I'm just telling them how to eat, what to eat.
Got to eat to
Yeah.
live.
And that's a book. That's a book by the
Elijah
Honorable
Muhammad.
Elijah Muhammad. Yeah, which he talks about eating one meal a day, which is really not actually that healthy, but depends on what you eat, I guess. But it's
It's healthy. It's healthy. It's just you gotta look at it like this. And he had a good point.
Elijah wasn't
And a
the
lot of
strongest, toughest,
now,
biggest guy.
but he lived. But he looked at young for his age, and they don't know how old he was when he died. But the thing with eating one meal a day, at the point that he proved, and a lot of it's just called the same thing we call it today, intermittent fasting, and that's what he was saying. He
Yeah,
just didn't say intermittent fasting. He just was like eat one meal a day. So like he said in the book, he said get up in the morning, eat some fruit, drink some water, and then eat the next thing you eat is dinner time. That's it. That's intermittent fasting. Last time I checked.
yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like they just didn't call it that then. And he
Mm-hmm.
lived to be pretty old.
Yeah,
I know he was like in his late 80s or early 90s, but Elijah Muhammad didn't look 80 years old. And he didn't look whatever he
no.
was. He didn't look a day over like 50. And he
But you know
had
what they're,
children
they're finding out,
until
bro?
he
They're finding out now, like you know how some people be like, I smoke 2 pack of cigarettes a day and I'm fucking 98 years old and I'm fine. I have no lung cancer, nothing. And somebody else who never smoked, they've been a health food nut, they get
they
lung
get
cancer in
cancer.
their fucking
Yeah,
30s. It's
yeah,
all genetic.
it
They're
is.
finding out it's all genetic. Like you're predisposed. This is it's like it's already kind of set. No matter what you do, you're basically gonna die when your bloodline dies. That's it.
Yeah. And that's
Unless
true.
you have some sort
No,
of
that's true, you
physical
know.
act. Yeah.
Because you got to remember, like we were talking about back in the 1910s, the 1900s, 1800s. You got to remember, America treated things, the world just treated things different. Like they didn't let people like they were all about the strongest genes. So people that were born that were special needs, autistic, all of that, they got rid of. They did not let
Yeah.
them mate with nobody. They got rid of them. They put them away, and they looked at people's genetics like they be like, oh, you comes from strong genes.
Well, they had
You may imagine
eugenics
that
too.
babies. Yeah.
They
And
believed in eugenics.
yeah, and if you look at the animal kingdom only lets the strongest males pass on down to the gene pool.
That's
That's
just
it. So
evolution. Yeah, that's just
it's
nature. I
evolution.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
strong
Just
survive, and it's kind of like it's kind of obviously if some animal is weak and sick, it's not going to be able to fend for itself. It's not going to be able to eat. There's no doctor no vet gonna feed it, give it medicine, mend it, or anything like that. So obviously, yeah, if you get fucked up in nature, you're done. And
yeah.
just like if a human being gets lost in the wilderness, you're done. If you get you fall and break your arm, that could kill you. You get diarrhea, you could die, like shit like that. Like it the simplest shit will kill you in nature because nature is fucking unforgiving and very relentless, and it's all about survival of the
It's
fittest
all
because
about the
only the
strongest.
strong
It's all
will
about the
survive.
strongest. The
Yeah,
strongest mentally and physically will always survive.
yeah,
And that is true.
yeah.
That is 100% true. That matter of fact, it's so true that it's proven even today. Like we'll look at dogs. Like people make these designer dogs and they'll mix all these dogs together. But you gotta remember you got dominant genes and you got recessive genes. And these designer dogs ain't living long. They're this, they're that, they're genetic mutations. Like you can't mix. You have to mix those genes for hundreds of years to get it to work right. And we're doing it, one litter at a time. And even a runt of the litter in nature, if he ain't strong enough to fight for a nipple, he ain't gonna live. And that's when he's a newborn.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. It don't fucking matter. He was saying about Dr. Sebi, like, well, first of all, Dr. Sebi, yes, he was explaining that in the 90s, the whole case was that he claimed he cured these people of HIV and AIDS because when they came to him, they had AIDS. They were full blown. One had HIV.
Mhm.
He started to treat them on not like with any medicines or anything. He's like taught them how to eat and changed their lifestyle. Yeah, he had them drinking some shit that you have to kind of hold your nose and chug it down, like some really foul roots and crazy shit. It's not like hella easy. It's not like tasty shit, by any means. But if you basically discipline yourself and stick to that shit, you will fucking live longer and it will cure anything. And these people literally went back and tested and then no longer had T cells. They no longer had HIV. They no longer had AIDS. Therefore, they were cured. And he was trying to break this down to fucking the government. Like, hey, if you teach people this shit, they won't have AIDS anymore. And of course, the government, took him to court and, of course, big pharma can't have that, right? Pharma doesn't want people being cured because there's no money in cures. No pharmaceutical, no drug that a doctor gives you is ever a cure for anything. It's just a treatment to keep you, to give you comfort, right? As soon as you stop taking it, your problems either come back as they were or tenfold worse.
Yeah, they treat the what is it? What's the greatest thing I ever heard? Not greatest, but was it? They said they treat the symptoms, but not the disease.
Yeah.
So they can make the symptoms subside so you feel better, but they don't actually take diabetes. Take diabetes, for instance. You know the cure for diabetes? Lose weight. That's it.
Right.
You know the cure for inflammation. Yeah, you know the cure for inflammation? Lose weight. You know the cure for high blood pressure? Lose weight. That's it. Yep. Because once you become obese, your body's thrown off. It's just thrown all the hormones and everything are thrown off because the fat cells just start
to be
suppressing.
that heavy. It's not supposed to be that much fat around everything. You got organs with fat on them and shit.
Organs, yeah. So and I tell people that. People say, "Oh man, I just went to the doctor. They're diabetic." And you know where I read that? Dr. Sebi. I got a couple of his books, and he said that. He said that is the cure for diabetes.
Yep.
Lose weight.
Well. Unbeknownst to many, Nipsey Hussle was making a documentary on Dr. Sebi's life and his work. He was producing it, and people on the internet believe that the powers that be wanted to keep Nipsey, from getting that information out to you and I. And he said, I don't know. I don't honestly know, but I'll tell you something that I do know. He said, the greatest comedian that I've ever seen with my own eyes is Charlie Bennett.
Mm.
And those of you don't know, because not a big famous guy. He was a street comedian. And he did a couple shows, TV, movies, and stuff. You might recognize him. That's him there.
That's him there. Now, wait a minute. What movie did he play in? In the chat. Take a good look.
Yeah, that's from it right there.
I'll give you a hint. They just did a remake of it not too long ago.
And he said, Charlie Barnett, New York street comedy legend. He only did comedy on the streets. And I said, I was lucky enough to meet him. He was a mentor of mine. Charlie Barnett was so good at performing on the streets that from the streets, he booked himself a job on Saturday Night Live. He said, yeah, but the week of the rehearsals, they found out that he couldn't read. So they fired him and replaced him with Eddie Murphy. Oh, it could have been a beautiful thing, but you got to be able to read to do Saturday Night Live. I know y'all saw Bad Bunny last week. I'm not mocking him, but that dude's reading. I know. You know what I mean? He said Charlie Barnett wasn't deterred. He said he kept pushing. He went on to do movies like DC Cab.
DC Cab.
I first saw him. And he used to be on Miami Vice. He said
Yep.
the motherfucker became a star in his own right. He said, but the only thing that kept him from derailing him, that kept derailing him, was that he was a terrible drug addict, and he started doing crack, quit to heroin. He started doing crack to quit heroin. He was doomed, he said, and he learned how to do comedy from a guy named Swami X. And Swami X didn't just teach him to do comedy; he taught him how to get high. And Charlie never could shake it. And when Charlie mentioned me, even though he was a terrible drug addict, I never saw him high. Whenever he mentored me, sorry, and he never wanted me to do. He never wanted to do to me what Swami did to him, and he made sure that I understood that cocaine was not just for you, even though those bitches are prettier than them ugly weed bitches that you hang out with. Oh, okay. I think he said them cocaine bitches is not for you, even though they finer and prettier than them ugly weed bitches. He said one night I saw Charlie hanging out in a comedy club and he looked terrible, and this guy would avoid me if he was getting high, and I never seen him look this bad. And so I said to him, Charlie, you good? And he didn't say anything. I said, are you high? And he laughed. He said, no, I'm not high. I'm dying. I said, what? He said, I'm dying. I have AIDS and I'm dying. Now, I must have been 18 or 19, but I never met nobody that I knew that had died of AIDS or had AIDS. But I got to tell you that shit shook me. And then I started thinking of all the jokes, all his jokes, and what he was hinting at for years. Didn't he used to have a joke where he said, I took an AIDS test yesterday. I got a 65. And another time he was on stage at the Apollo. He did a crowd. He said, there's good and bad in everything. And the crowd was like, yeah. So what's good about crack? And, everybody in Harlem was like, nothing. And he said, shit, crack brought the price of pussy down to $5. But when he said that, he had AIDS. And I was shocked that it took him to see it. Shocked that I looked at him to see if he was joking. And he said, he's serious. And I said, fuck that shit. What do you mean? He said, you're not going to die around me. It's not your destiny. He said, what are you talking about? And I took Charlie Bennett to Dr. Sabi. And this is a fact. And Dr. Sabi treated Charlie Bennett for 3 months. This is a crazy story. I could make a whole movie about it. It's a long story, so I'll spare you. But the point of the story is Charlie died of AIDS. So no matter how much this government puts, or anyone else puts pressure on you to keep your wits about you, I'm here just to remind you that we are a community and we will stay sane together, and we'll take care of each other, and we'll wait this orange dude out. Talking about Trump, right? And the fear that I have for myself that I need you to protect me from is my co-option. My voice has become more powerful than I intended it to be. And I cannot let these dudes Charlie Kirk me, or do me like Charlie Kirk, or even worse than that. If these dudes trip me up somehow, co-opt me, and then make me say things that they want me to say, well, we can't have that. So in case, we need a code. And a code, he said, the code word is, if these dudes ever got me, and they're basically making me say what they want me to say, he said the code word is, I stand with Israel. Thank you very much. Good night. So if he ever says I stand with Israel, we know they didn't got to him. They didn't got to him.
Yeah, along with Charlie. Yeah, Charlie Bennett was funny. I liked him in DC Cab. He was super funny.
Yeah.
And he also played in The Running. Not The Running Man. What is it? Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's the name of that movie? Damn it, tip of my tongue.
What
Running
is it?
Man.
Running
He
Man?
played in it. No, not Running Man. He played in what's the one he went to Mars? The one he had to go to Mars.
Oh, Total Recall.
Total Recall. He was in Total Recall.
Oh, you mean you think he was that alien dude with the hand, the cab driver?
No, not him. He was one of the extras in the back. One of the aliens. Like C-3PO. Like C-3PO's been in every movie. Yo, that's what I meant to ask you. Did you get the Star Wars joint I sent you the other day?
What was it?
It was Darth Vader, right? They were saying how he got his kyber crystal. And he beat some like really powerful Jedi, but he didn't beat him at first. The dude beat Darth Vader and left him alive. And Darth Vader went back. he repaired himself, like he destroyed like his cybernetics, his body. And Darth Vader repaired himself with like old droid parts. And then he went back and fought the dude and used the force to beat him by I don't know, he like used like you know how they use like the force, like they'll throw something at each other. So he actually held like used the force to hold like something or like a building or something over a bunch of people. And he told him, well, you got to make a choice. You're either going to save them or you're going to kill me. And the Jedi saved the people. And while he was using the force to save the people, Vader killed him and then took his kyber crystal and made it red. And that's how he got his kyber crystal.
Hmm. Interesting. Nah. I don't remember that, bro.
Yeah. I was like, that's why I sent you the job. I was like, yeah, how true is this? Cause I do know that if you're a Sith, in order to get like they don't make red kyber, so you got to kill a Jedi and then change
Well,
the crystal red.
nah. To do for the okay. The real way, the real reason that Sith fucking lightsabers are red is because they're synthetic kyber crystals. The reason that Jedi kyber crystals are blue, green, yellow, whatever is because they're real kyber crystals that they find in a cave that draws to them and calls them, and they you know, each, you know, it's personal and blah blah blah, and they put their personality into it and blah blah blah. Well, the Sith just synthetically make their kyber crystals, and this was, you know, legends. This was canon. This was totally like the lore of Star Wars always. And then recently, in the Disney era, they did this thing where they call it bleeding the crystal, where they said that the Sith are taking real, just like regular kyber crystals that are blue or green or whatever, and pouring their hate into it until it turns red, which whatever. Like that was not the original. That wasn't exactly it. Jember, what up? Peace. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Sure. Yeah. So that's what I sent. I was like, yo, I never heard this. So I sent it to him. I was like, yeah, because I know you like read all the legends. I didn't read all that stuff. So I was like, I said, we don't know what this was.
Yeah, that's really what I like about. That's really what I love about Star Wars the most is the legend stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, bro.
Which I don't understand why I don't. Disney single-handedly destroyed Star Wars, man. Like I don't even understand why they would buy the IP if you weren't gonna make sure. Like, could you imagine if like Warner Brothers or Paramount would have bought it? It would have actually been in better hands than it would have ever been with Disney.
Yeah, dog. Disney. I mean, okay. I know that when I first heard Disney was going to be buying Marvel and Star Wars, I was appalled. I was like, "What? No, what the? Why would I want that? Why would I want Walt Disney World? Fucking Disney Star Wars? Are you crazy? Like that's going the wrong direction. We're growing up. We want things to get more serious. We want rated R shit. We want stuff that resonates with an adult. And you're trying to go backwards. I know Disney's going to go backwards, and they're going to be corny, and it's going to be cheesy, and and I just knew Disney would be the worst possible scenario, and you know, everybody, oh no, they got the money and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, let's see what happens. And I tell you, when Force Awakens came out, like everyone else, I was in the theater going bananas. I was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I couldn't stand it. So amazing. Because at that point, all we were seeing was easily visually the best looking Star Wars anything we've ever seen, right? Because the original trilogy was made back in the day with puppets and everything. It was like great for its time, but doesn't quite hold up. And then the prequels were all CGI, and that was just a little bit too on the CGI side and didn't have enough real effects. And here Disney came and they were doing real effects with CGI accents and extra CGI addition on top of real effects, and it just looked incredible. But then when the second one came out, we saw the way the story was going, which then made us hate the first one, and the third one had no shot. But it is what it is, dog. I mean, you know, maybe one day someone else will get Star Wars and start making, or maybe Disney will wisen up and just make a division that makes Legends, stuff in live action or something like that. But if they try to change the lore too much, it's just gonna be a. But yeah, they've killed it. Like Star Wars fans are pretty much giving up. Um, there's
Yeah,
no hope, in the galaxy.
yeah, they know it'll never be the same.
Yeah,
So they just gotta hold on to what we got.
Obi-Wan was our only hope, and that's it.
Not anymore.
So, but it's Christmas, y'all, and we're gonna keep it cheery. We got some good toys to show you guys. Check this shit out. Ching 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 ching. Check this shit right here. Yeah. Okay, check it out. Where's it at? You're gonna dig this. Dog, this shit blew my wig back. I was just wig blown back.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, if it is what I think it is,
Oh,
blew my
this
wig back too.
bad boy.
Bruh, I was waiting for somebody to do it. I thought McFarlane was going to do it, but I don't think he could have did it. I don't think he could have did a job like this.
He'll put one out. Like I'm sure we'll get a McFarlane, but it won't be to this caliber. No, of course not.
No,
But to be fair, this is a $500 figure.
mm-hmm.
Like this is a $500 action figure. You have articulation, you have joints, but you can't see the joints, of course, because the skin tight suit that's made like a real suit. This is Hot Toys. Hot Toys is usually known for making real live action, like movie people, and figures look just like the real thing. Occasionally and rarely do they do comic or animated or whatever versions of stuff. Mostly so when they do, man, and that's all I fuck with. So I would love this to have this, and if we have any rich fans out there, I would love to have this. But no, it's amazing. Look at that shit, dude. Look at the cloth fucking thing.
When I first seen that, bro, I was like on the floor. I was like, yo, look at that. I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Bro. This is definitely the best fucking thing ever,
It's
bro.
the best Batman. It is. It is the best Batman I've ever seen. And you've seen a lot of Batmans, but this is the best Batman by far.
Yeah, and it's absolute Batman. So
I want to know if does his axe. I wonder if you can take apart the axe and put it back on his chest.
I'm sure. Yes. So okay, here you go. Let's see. Oh wow, what is this? So this is another version that they made. So they're showing that he's huge compared to their normal human size figures. He's much bigger. Wow, he's a beast. Oh my god, dude. I would kill to have this. This is HasLab quality, right? This is HasLab status, bro.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, and up against that year one Batman for Frank Miller. I mean, they've done a phenomenal job. I gotta take my hats off
gun, bro.
For this one, bro. Look at that. Just like the comp. Look at that.
Like, dog, I'm gonna seriously figure out how to cop one of these, dog. Like, I have to get one. Like, I might finance this piece.
Let's save my pennies. Save my pennies up and get it. I mean, it's worth. If you finance it, it's worth it. I'm not gonna lie.
Hell yeah, bro. 3 different
It's
head
worth
sculpts.
it.
Wow,
it's worth the finance,
dude. Look, it is because look at this. Like the detail's insane. The paint apps. I mean, it's not just one skin tone either. There's different shades of skin color in the skin, like where like how human skin really looks, right? There's different shades in the lips. There's different shades on the teeth and the tongue and the mouth and the gums. It's all there. Like it's all fucking just
phenomenal.
Beautifully done. Like I don't know. Like I had
it is beautiful. Look at that. Can you make it bigger or no? That's the biggest we can make.
Can I make it bigger? I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see. Well, pick Pick a picture you want me to enlarge. I'll do one.
Right there.
This one?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Let me see. Oh yeah, I can make it bigger. If no, it's gonna be an asshole. Some reason my snip tool doesn't like to work while I have StreamYard up.
No, okay. Well, that's cool.
I don't know why.
It does look like the axe. Only reason why, because I wanted to see if the axe comes off his chest. Like you can see.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but I think it does. Like looking at that picture right there, I think it does.
I got you. Check this out. Blang.
Oh yeah, that definitely comes off. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see. Yeah, it comes out.
And that comes out. Yeah. See, that's paying attention to detail. That is ultra dope.
Yeah.
Right there.
And then this is what it looks like behind it with the yellow check, like the yellow grid. Oh, you can't see. Fuck, I'm doing. Let me move this. Oh shit. There you go. Yeah, you see how the bat it turns yellow from that. Yeah, it's black like that, then it turns yellow. He's got like these crazy capes. So this cape thing, like he has in the movie, in the comic, jeez, a lot of different shit.
That is dope, bro.
Like he's got this cloth cape thing, which is awesome. And then this cape with the wire spikes, right? That have this shape thing. So you can like, those are wire or whatever. So you can, form them however you want.
Well, in the comic, the cape is like
the
cape is like almost a living entity. It's like made out of this special material that
it can go rigid or it can be
it can be flaccid or rigid or he literally uses it as a weapon. Like when it's like that, that's weapon. It's using it as a weapon. It's like that.
Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Spawn,
Yeah.
Fuck happened to Raw Talk, dog? I've been talking to him all day. He was all ready to come. He was all gung ho about coming on.
Maybe it's a time difference where he's at.
No, he knows what's up. He was ready.
Oh, okay.
Something happened to his phone. Because when you call Europe or other, abroad, it doesn't ring like this.
No. Yeah.
Well, his shit be going boop, 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 like that, and because he has it like forwarded to where he's at. But now for some reason it's ringing. So I'm thinking something happened with his connection out there. But if he comes in, he may still come in the next 15 minutes or so. But this dude, I'll show you this. Check this out. Bing, bing. Oh, beautiful.
I want that. Now I do want that Hellboy. I was like, damn. But Batman?
400, not 5.
400, damn. Man,
Standard's unavailable. You can only get the mint one right now, which it's only $4 more, so I wouldn't see why not. $60 non-refundable down payment required. Includes tariff surcharge. Yeah, that's it, man. That's all you need. So it comes with a lot of shit. You got the figure, 3 interchangeable face pieces, 7 interchangeable hands, fists, open hands, weapon holding hands, gun holding hands, magnetically removable bat symbol. So there you go. It's magnetically.
That's dope.
Black cape in bat wings mode, bendable wire embedded, bat axe with short and long handles, shotgun, 2 sets of interchangeable short and long neck shoulder armor spikes, and a figure stand. And it's well worth the money, man. It's beautiful.
It is. Just listen, I'm not complaining about the price. I'm just like, damn, 400. Because it's worth it. It's worth every bit. I'm commenting, not complaining. I'm commenting like, damn, 400.
But I want to know.
But I would spend it.
Who can afford it? Who can afford to collect these? Who can afford to collect these?
Yeah.
I want to know what you do for a living. And I want to do it.
If I had just one in my collection, just one,
it would be this one.
It'd be that one. And I'd be good. I wouldn't need to buy another one unless, hold up, unless they came out with either a Dark Side figure or a really good Incredible Hulk figure. I mean, the only way I do. It's the only way I do. Or Spider-Man 2099.
Ooh, I might have to cop this motherfucker here, bro. I didn't know they had this.
Duh.
This is my guy. This is my guy.
Damn. That's
I'm
dope.
not. Yeah, that is it. That is pimp. That is fire. Let me see if I can dig the face though. It's not bad. Yeah, I can rock with that. Yeah, I can rock with that. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I can definitely dig it. Let's see. Bro. This is just cool shit. I'm a big Joker fan. I'm a big Joker fan. Big Joker.
If you a Joker fan, you got to get that one.
Got to. Got
That
to.
big got Peacemaker, Harley Quinn, King Shark.
Trying to skim real fast. See if they had a Dark
Batman.
Side real quick. Trying to see if
Batman. That Robin is hard too.
Yeah, that Robin is dope. Let me see.
Oh, Mr. Freeze. Hey, click on Freeze real quick.
Oh, that's your boy.
Uh,
Yo, that's full on Arnold right there. Just looking just like the movie.
Yeah, with the lights and everything.
Yeah, bro. Look at that. Look at the stand and shit. The ice. It's got the lit up gun. Bro, that's just all lit up.
Oh, that choice is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to splurge. I might have to get income tax time. I might wait. I get my income there. Look,
yeah,
man.
Tax.
We get that. Let me get that freeze, and then come back next year and get Batman.
Yeah, dog. I need this right here. Oh, what? Where's an OG? I need like a Batman 89 or something.
That's him. That's him right there.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Old Keaton. I think this is the part 2. Or no, this is the new. This is the
Flash. That's the Flash one.
Yeah.
Because the 89 Batman has a yellow utility belt.
Yeah, well, gold. Yeah.
Yeah, gold, yellow. Yeah. So.
He's got the yellow logo and the gold belt, and he's got muscles that look human muscles. In the second movie, the abs look more like just like tech, not like human muscles.
Yeah, like armor.
They look like muscles. Yeah.
And that's Joker from the movie Joker.
Yeah, they got what's his name? Joker, Cyborg,
Arthur Fleck.
Yeah.
King Shark.
King Shark.
Robin. Scarecrow from the movie.
Scarecrow's hard.
Damn, man, look at that. I'm blown away.
Dope shit. Now check these out, bro. For Christmas, if y'all are really ready, if y'all are really looking for some fly shit, yo, Casual Toy Collector, check this out, fam. If y'all looking for some fly shit, this dude's Etsy store blows me away. Check out the shit you can display your figures on, dog. Blum. Bro.
Those are like hanging shelves?
What?
That's dope.
What?
I need that. 130. I need that, bro.
130, dog. That's the only drawback with this shit is that it's hell of expensive, but it's because this guy makes it. Here's one for two. Look at this one for 250.
That must be longer.
Yeah, it's way longer, bro. Wow.
Bro, I would pay for it, bro.
Yeah,
listen. One thing about displaying your figures.
Yep. It gives them value.
If you can display them in a way that's very unique, like you said, it gives your collection more value, and people look at it differently. They're like, oh,
look at that, bro. Look, a full 3D building with lights inside.
Yeah, you could do a good Spider-Man joint.
Yep,
that's dope, bro. But the price ain't bad. $165 is not bad. It's already built.
No.
It's gonna ship it to you. As long as I get free shipping, I'm good.
The Doom Throne.
Doom.
Easy.
Crazy. If you got a Doom, you gotta get that. Put
Yeah,
your
dog.
Doom,
I want that. I want that.
put your Doom in there. Handle your business.
Hell
That's
yeah.
that's next level right there, man. Who is
Gotcha.
this guy? Shout out to him, man. Take my
Word.
hat off for creating this. And
Look
I
at
and
that.
I think it's reasonably priced. Like I'm not I can't even trip about the prices on it. I think it's reasonably priced for what he's
So
for what he's
yeah,
putting up.
like it's $75 because this guy's making them. But if Hasbro, like, you know, got the account, they could charge way less because they could mass produce it.
Mm. But would it be the same quality
No,
that he's putting
and
out?
that's
See, that's the
no,
difference.
and that's the
That's the
problem.
difference. Look
I
at
mean, it
that. Is
could
that
be.
is that the Kang chair?
Yes, yes, the Kang chair, bro, that we got from Hasbro. When I compare it, look, you want to compare this? Look at this.
If you got a Kang, come on. You got a Kang, you gotta yeah. That is yeah. The casual toy collect, that is badass, right? I like that, man.
I put Doom in the Kang chair because I don't have like a Doom throne.
Oh wow. Yeah, now look at the difference there. Look at the difference.
Yeah, look at the
The,
difference. I mean,
yeah,
it's night and day.
yeah, it is. The Kang chair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's way better.
I mean, the details crazier. The gold color is way more gold. You can tell it is a 3D printed thing, though, which I don't know how it's gonna look in person. Because sometimes, to me, like 3D printed stuff does have a certain like I don't know a look where it's like you can tell it was like layer. Like I don't know, it's like got you can see the layers how it's printed out, and like it just
What's
depends on the
his
plastic they're able to use. But
what's his handle on
look at this. Okay, so
what's his
his name is Toy dot Blocks or Toy Blocks Store.
mm,
So shout out Toy Blocks, Toy dot
yeah,
Blocks, Toy Blocks Store. He's got an Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/Toy Blocks Store.
So
But
boy, casual toy collector. I hope you got that.
look at this dog. You know how bad I want this Sentinel head, dog?
Yeah, and that'd be dope,
Bro.
man. In the background with all the Wolverines you got.
What? And the eye lights up?
Nah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's hard. That's hard. I like that.
Like all this shit lights up. Like he's got like the what you call it? The buildings and shit. Look, you got a subway. A subway, John? Look, it's a whole train. Look, it got the outside and everything.
Oh, casual toy collector.
Cash.
You know what? This might be casual toy
They
collector
said
in
I'm gonna
disguise.
order that now.
I persuade you better. You know what? This might be casual toy collector in disguise. This might be his Etsy channel.
Yeah, he knows about it.
Casual toy collector. If this is
He
you
knows
doing
about it.
this, man. Let us know. Let us know because this looked like something you would do.
You got the Professor X chair. You got look at it. Look, an AC unit for the rooftop. That's just detail, man. I love it.
Damn,
The AC unit is crazy.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? Just to add detail, little dumpsters and shit where you could add. Like I've seen dudes setups are crazy. The way I found this dude's shop is he had a thing on Instagram posted where he had like he has a whole setup, bro, with like the whole Sentinel with like an explosion and lights, and it was like a whole city, bro, like a whole city. Imagine, like, look at this. Here's just another building. So imagine if he can make these buildings. Imagine what his setup looks like, bro. His setup has to be a whole fucking town, bro, and it is.
Mm.
Let me
Does he
see.
show any Does he show any like pictures of like like his the way he has his collection set up with these? Or no?
Yeah,
Oh, he does.
yeah. That's what I'm trying to find. Come on. Where is that shit? Oh, damn. It must have already passed by. Problem with Instagram is you can't search for shit. Like, I don't know. I know I sent that shit to somebody, though. Let me see. Damn, who'd I send that shit to? Nope. Damn. Well, anyway. Oh, shit. Let me just go to his. Okay. I found it. I couldn't find his page. Now I found it. All right.
Let it be broke.
All right. Here we go. You're ready for your wig to be blown.
Even the effects light up. Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And those are those giant sentinels, bro. He's got a whole city, bro.
Wow. That's I'm blown away right now. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Marvel needs to hire. Hasbro needs to hire this guy. Yeah, that is spectacular. Look at that. Wow.
Maze balls. Bro.
Blown away. I'm in another dimension right now. And blown away.
I mean, that's just like I mean, I don't even want to display my shit anymore, bro. Like I want to quit. He made me want to quit. Like this shit is incredible. Look, you got gargoyles. But it's hard because like I don't get like okay, so this little tiny piece right here is $250.
Right.
Whereas that big building joint is like 100 something. So I guess it goes into the detail. Obviously the stairs,
materials,
the door must be a lot. It must be really easy to just reproduce the. Well, that's 200. But look, this shit's like 500. He got a sewer for the Ninja Turtles and shit, but it's huge.
Now, who is this guy? Who is this master man?
Who is this master of toy displayery?
Yeah, look at that. I only got one word for all this: sorcery.
Bananas.
Yeah.
It's quite large.
Yes, it is wow. Indeed. Yes, it is indeed. And then he got like the sewer. Not that layer in the sewer, but like a piece of the sewer that that is hardcore, bro.
Like, what all comes with this $500 masterpiece?
I hope the layer and the sewer.
All of this, everything in these pictures, at least.
That's worth 500.
Incredible.
That's dope, bro. Like,
incredible. So I guess it's that corner piece, the long stretch piece, and then there's got to be this piece. I don't know what, or is it just? Oh, it's this, and then you can these are modular, so you can make the different things. You can either build this, or you can build this, or you can build this out of this. Nice way to. And look in the background, bro. He's got all kind of shit in the background. Fucking look at those 3D printers, bro. Number 6, 5, 6, and 7. This dude's got a factory going on. Those rooftops in the background, giant fucking sentinel hand, bigger than me. Yeah, bro. Beautiful. He said the
Damn,
price is all that painting. Yeah, the
yeah,
painting. I
yeah.
mean, incredible.
Okay. So casual. Do you think could like if you had the tools he had at his disposal, could you get to that level of displayery?
Oh
Because
yeah, no,
you got a
yeah.
pretty
If
good
we
plan
had
yourself.
access to this shit, yeah. But look,
And also casual. Is he airbrushing that or is he hand painting it? You in your opinion?
hmm. And some of it's printed that way. Like,
Mm. And what are those right there? The white things.
yeah, I was wondering too. It's a stand, a figure stand. It looks like. Oh yeah, some sort of stand. I think
Mm.
F4 stand. I don't know what it holds.
Mm. Casual said might be a bit of both. He says, yeah, but I'm not that great of a painter. Stop being modest. Casual talking like that. You stop it. You stop it. I know it's Christmas Eve, but you don't have to be modest.
Yo, this is crazy. Look at the fucking. I want a Conan figure so bad. Like I want the king. I want the where he's in the, where he's got the crown and he's sitting at the end of
Oh,
the
with the
movie
throne, yeah.
where he's just sitting on the throne with the spear and he's like, in the days of Conan's.
Conan's
Like, come on,
first.
it was just awesome, bro. It's awesome. In a time of high fantasy.
Prices on it. He says I got too many. He says I got too
Gold.
many kids to focus on painting. LO. Yeah, they will mess your paint. Yeah, yeah. I can't. I can't disagree with you on that.
Yeah, some of them are multicolored printer for sure.
He
His
said
prices
really
are
his
fair
price.
considering the painting. Yeah, he's really just well. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that guy. Should talk about.
yeah, me too.
And that, yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, listen, it's worth it.
Yeah,
The money that he's asking for it because one, you're going to use it. Two, he did all the work, and three, all you got to do is make your figures look cool on it.
right. See, Hasbro would never make a product like this because they know it would be hard pressed to find people that are really going to spend this kind of money on a background. No guy, no figure, no toy, right? You get nothing. You just get a wall, right? Or something like that. And little, obviously they're wrong, but I think, they think about it. They're still trying to think about it along the lines of that these are toys. When in fact, no one's playing with these. Nobody is playing with none of these figures that we're buying, dude. Like, because no one's buying a figure like this for a little kid, and no little kid really plays with fucking action figures anymore. So like, it's not even. They should literally just make it as it's a collectible for adults. And what else would adult collectors want? Oh, they want ways to display these things too, because that's what they're doing with them essentially. Oh wow, look at this.
That is
EGC in the building. What up? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve, sir.
Happy hip hop holidays. How's everyone doing?
doing all right, man. Not as good as you, but we're doing good.
Good.
These are
No,
in-game
I'm
products.
chilling. Figured I'd
End
come
game
on.
products. Yeah.
This is
And
true.
look at the
This is
background
true.
of this.
Yeah, this
Look
is
at the
true
background.
casual collector. Yeah, this is true. Because they would charge you a whole lot more money for this.
You see it's in the background?
Yeah.
The X-Men
X-Men
thing on the
joint.
wall. And
Yeah.
look, he got stacks of them. Stacks of them. Stacks and stacks. You got racks and racks. You got racks and stacks of the best on wax. It's KWA in Portland.
Mhm.
Wow, that fucking Mayfix Daredevil on the gargoyle is crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you could have a dope Daredevil set up on like a rooftop.
Yeah.
Batman, TMNT, Spider-Man, any figure
Mhm.
can go on the rooftop. Look at that little corner piece. And then you get the little water tower joint. That's the inside of it. Oh wow, you can see all the 3D printing digitizations. See that? That's the inside of it.
Me like.
That's wild. That's wild.
That is
Those lights in that bitch.
yeah.
Pay that fool his chips. Now, 275 for the Fantastic Four car is a bit much. Oh, that's what that stand is for. It's for this. That white stand you were looking at, Stu? It's this.
Yeah. It's for the car.
See? Yeah, see underneath?
Yeah.
Nice setup he has. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Real nice.
Yeah. Now I think 275 is like, okay, if Hasbro made this, you know, they couldn't charge 275. He could because he made it himself.
Right.
He's
And
not
paint
mass
job.
producing it.
Don't forget the paint.
Yeah. All right, he's painting it himself. He's doing all that shit himself. He's putting lights in it and all kinds of shit. So it's a work of art, right? There's not thousands of them in the world. So when you buy this, you are buying a work of art. You're buying like a limited run item. Even though it's 3D printed and he could make them as many times as he wants, he's not going to, right? He'll make a few, but and how many people are actually going to pay for them and buy them and all that stuff? So yeah, you would have something that everybody else is not going to have. You know, Hasbro comes out with something and you have it. Well, so does every fucking single other collector has it, right? This is the conundrum with reviewing toys, right? If we are going to review toys that, you know, everyone already has, then you know, basically, like, who wants to watch a toy review when they already have the toy? But they want to watch the toy review when that shit still ain't coming out for like 2 months, so they can see what it looks like in person and all that. Because once you have it, I mean, everybody else has it. It's the same thing everybody else has, but this is something unique. This is a sad, sad way Marvel Legends ended the year. We got MCU figures, which I hate, just because they're MCU figures, not because they're bad per se. This was the only thing I think that we're getting out of this whole wave that I think is worth a damn. This is pretty sick.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, the OG.
Mm.
The OG.
I like them better with the black.
Oh yeah, of course. But once you have the black,
Yeah.
you need something else. And this is like, you know, the old school iteration.
Mm-hmm.
So for collectors like me, I like to get the original versions. I like iconic comic book versions. I really don't like any figures that are for MCU characters or, you know, movie characters or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the way little plastic toys of real people look.
Yeah.
But this is ass. Who needs Grizzly? Like, what the fuck is this? They acted like they were acting like they were giving us doing such a favor.
Well,
Like,
first of all, who the hell is Grizzly?
From Alpha Flight.
Beats me, bro. Like I couldn't.
He said Alpha Flight. Okay.
He's from Alpha Flight.
Yeah. So if you are trying to make the team Alpha Flight, to be fair, you're real happy, I guess. But I couldn't care less about Alpha Flight.
Oh,
This
wait a
is
minute.
one of the biggest-
No. I see a face. I don't know where that face came from. Never mind. Because there is a grizzly bear on the Alpha Flight team. I don't know who that
This
is.
guy is. His name is Grizzly. He's from Amazing Spider-Man. He's a
Spider-Man
bank
bad guy.
robber. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
bank robber.
Is
He has
it
a
Rhino?
face without a
Was it Rhino
human
before he
face.
became Rhino?
No,
I don't know, man.
Well, let's see.
no.
Let's
My
see.
bad.
I never heard of Grizzly, bro. It says here, Grizzly is the name of four unrelated characters appearing in American comic books
We're talking
published by
about this
Marvel
one.
Comics. The first is a Wild West villain. The second is an AIM agent. The third is a foe of Spider-Man.
That's this one. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my problem with it is that I was not already really a fan of this character. Like I didn't already really know about this character. So
It says he's a hitman. I guess this bear suit is his power armor. It says here mid-level power.
yeah, it's terrible.
As a roommate, as a random thug, tough guy in a costume.
Tough life.
I don't need him. I just don't need him.
Yeah,
I just don't need him.
I don't know why I didn't go to the archive.
Yeah. Says Grizzly is originally a very strong and tall, fairly skilled professional wrestler. He can be a surprisingly dangerous fighter, but that really depends on his morale and whether he's resumed training. Yeah, this is definitely a 70s character. Yeah, it says he has an exoskeleton covered by a fur suit. It confers to him superhuman strength greater than Spider-Man's class 30 or so. I don't
There he is. I couldn't find him, bro. He barely has an entry in the fucking encyclopedia. Like he barely has an entry.
Wow.
Mine, so I don't know.
Wow.
He's lame.
I mean, he looks better there than he does. Like, if they would have gave it to you like that, that'd have been cooler.
Yeah.
It's a repaint, ain't it?
I don't know. I don't.
When did he
think
first
so.
appear? Let me see. Did it say 1980?
When I looked at it, it said 70s.
74.
1974.
Yeah,
Amazing Spider-Man number 139. Real name Maxwell Markham. Occupation criminal wrestler. 6'9", 290 pounds, blue eyes, blonde hair, superhuman durability, endurance, and strength. Several characters have used the name Grizzly over the years. The most prominent was Maxwell Markham, a former professional wrestler who was so violent in the ring that he was banned from the sport. The Jackal gave him the bear suit fitted with exoskeleton that enhanced his strength. He later underwent procedures that gave him powers without the need of a suit. Another Grizzly worked for Cable's Wild Pack and Silver Sable's Six Pack, but was killed by Domino. They don't even get an entry, just that sort of mention there. So yeah, this is a deep cut. But I could open this book and like flip the page and stick my finger in it, and I guarantee you I come up with a better character they can make a figure out of than fucking Grizzly.
I agree.
Grizzly. Give me a break.
Nobody asked for Grizzly. It
should have been a Build-A-Figure. It should be a Build-A-Figure, and that's where they should leave it.
Or they should have gave us Rhino. You want to give us somebody in a suit?
Well, they do need to give us a new Rhino because they just have been giving us the Spider-Man villains again. Just about to get so they re-released all these joints like what the fuck, Electro and fucking and Craven,
Mysterio.
Yeah, Mysterio. They did a new Mysterio. So I'm expecting another Doc Ock, another Scorpion, and another Rhino.
Doc Ock got one. Yeah, Doc Ock, Scorpion. I do want the Sinister Six. They bring them out, I'm gonna get them. They bring those out, I'm gonna get them.
I have an amazingly dope Scorpion. I love the Scorpion that I have. It's like the OG, like comic book one. It's green. I love it. I got the OG Doc Ock where he's like short and fat. I got the Green Goblin, and I got I got Kingpin, and I got Craven. I got a Vulture, but it's not the old man Vulture, so I don't really care for it too much. And then I got Hobgoblin, which is awesome. I love Hobgoblin. But I got Electro on the way. Be here in probably a week. But Rhino, I need.
Yeah, I think we all need right now.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because he's like $100 and something on eBay.
really?
Who's echoing?
Oh, no, it's just started just now. I thought it was
Yeah, I
me.
heard it.
Can't
Hold on,
hear.
I'll do a sound check. Check.
You hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah, we.
It's not doing it no more. Cool.
There was
Yeah, it's a
someone calling
repaint
on my
of
phone. It might have
Ursa
been that.
Major. Oh, Ursa Major. Yeah, I remember when they did Ursa Major. That's a different character though.
Mm.
Let me see. All right, there we go. Well, it's not a repaint because it is different. It is a difference. I bet you they reused some of the parts though, for sure. It's a different head at least. I guarantee they reused something off of it. Yeah, they must have.
They used all of it. Look like to me. Just
It's
made
different.
it look
It's
better.
different head. Definitely a different head. But yeah, let's see. Let's compare it. No, these are customs. These are all customs.
Mm. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
All right. What am I even doing here? There it is. All right. Damn.
Yeah, repaint, casual toy collector, repaint, retool. It's all the same. Casual toy collector. It's all the same. It ain't an original figure. They might have used some parts to add line around. You're right. That's the old one. That's the new one.
Yeah, it's the old one. That's the new one. Different hands for sure. Different.
I like them better without the face.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Yeah, that's true. Casual toy collector. More money for ads. You're right. Yeah. Well, this must have been a well-selling figure for them to come out with it again.
Oh, I can't show. Y'all won't see that. My bad. Hold on. Yeah. Well, that's not really. They don't care.
Unless people complained about the first one.
That's
If
true.
people were asking for this because they didn't have one, but here's the thing: this is Ursa Major, right? This is a different character. This bear is Ursa Major. This bear is Grizzly. Grizzly is a guy in a suit. Ursa Major is an actual bear, I believe.
Mm. Yeah, because you look at the claws. They look like like claws of bear would have.
Well, then that might be
This
the
guy
one from
comes with
Alpha
different.
Flight.
Maybe he is. Maybe he does have the same. Let me see.
Oh,
Because these hands are different. Oh, so it looks like he's got human hands that you can switch. These are more humanish, and these are more bearish. So if you look at the two bears next to each other, yeah, that's the same figure pretty much. Yeah, looks the same. Looks like it's just different paint.
Be like,
Yeah,
here's a major. Well, casual, I think you hit the nail on the head with that one.
yeah, buddy. First of all, I don't care about either one. I don't want either one. I'm straight. This, on the other hand, though, Mafex has this new Venom, right? So Mafex has been doing the Marvel vs. Capcom joints, or the Marvel And now they got Venom. And it's beautiful. Look at that. The black and the blue tints. Yeah, gold soap bars.
Yeah, gold. Yeah,
What is this?
Venom is art.
What the fuck is going on with this internet? There we go. 2 different head sculpts. So this is going with what their line they're putting out. They did the Cyclops.
Yep.
What else? They did Wolverine, I think. Or yeah, they got Spider-Man. They got Spider-Man. So yeah, I guess they're gonna do them all.
You got Spider-Man and Venom back there.
Fuck you then. Oh,
Damn.
man, what the fuck is wrong with the goddamn internet?
You hardwired or you wireless?
Yeah, I'm hardwired, man. This is bullshit. It's not amazing, but that should be plenty fast. 100 meg. Fuck is
100
going on?
megabits.
Yeah, that's plenty. Images aren't fucking loading, dog.
Should be there.
Yeah, well, I guess there's a new Max figure coming out, I believe. Let me see. Is this a maximum? No. It's a new Abomination, though. Ooh. So, oh wow, so all these are gonna come out. Okay. We got Abomination. Then you got that he's coming out now. He's got that face and everything. He's cool. Real cool.
Yeah, he is cool. Abomination.
But this is the one I'm looking for. God damn, they just want to make the tiniest possible picture of it that they can. Well, this little Hulk here, he's great. And then Hulk 2099, and then this Cyborg Hulk right here. These will all be coming out next year. Hulk 2099 is going to be crazy because he was a very weird, very crazy looking Hulk. And then this Hulk here that you can't barely see, he's got the machine gun.
Yeah.
I don't know why the image is so tiny though. It's so weird. Let's see if we can get a. No, I don't. No way.
But like my thing is, if you're gonna do Abomination, just do Abomination.
What do you mean?
Because like they show you Hulk, but when you look at the figures, it's not really Hulk.
No, it's Abomination.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not Hulk. It's Abomination. So you just do Abomination.
No, it is Abomination.
No, that's what I'm saying. But
it says Marvel's Abomination.
Yeah, but then they put Hulk at the bottom. I mean, I get it. That's just the same.
Oh no, because they're saying he's from the Hulk comics.
Oh no, okay. No, right. That's what I'm saying. But just do like a Marvel Legends, just Abomination.
Yeah, no. So what they're showing you
had
here
his
is
own
that.
comic book, though, I don't think. Though, did he?
No, no, he doesn't have his own comic. No.
Yeah.
No, he never had his own comic. Yeah.
So see this series? You see this logo right here at the top, and this is the logo on the box. This is going to be on the Abomination figure. It's going to be on this Hulk figure. It's going to be on the Hulk 29 figure, and it's going to be on the Hulk Cyborg figure.
That's Cyborg Hulk. No.
Yeah, I this is the one I'm most excited for. The one that's tiny and you guys can't see. But they did tease it because they showed us the gun that he comes with. They said, "Oh, this gun, you have to guess who it's going to be," and immediately people guessed it because it looks just like it's very iconic. It's the gun that he had on the cover, but I forget the issue number, so I can show it to y'all. Fuck, I can't see it. Here, I'll try and do this. Let's see. There it is. Hulk 390, War and Pieces. That's the Hulk that they're making. So we'll have like a bullet chain, a bullet belt,
Oh, okay.
machine gun, and all that.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That is.
That's fire.
That is fire. I like that.
The 20 versions of Hulk. Ultimate Hulk.
Gray Hulk.
Incredible Hulk, Classic Hulk. Yeah,
OG.
Gray Hulk. Cosmic Hulk. That's the cyborg dude. So that's Cosmic Hulk. He from Earth 5000, one of Galactus's early trials at creating heralds, and made his first appearance in Eternals number 14. This version of the Hulk is robotic and was created by a young mad thinker who received a telepathic message from Galactus to do so. Cosmic Hulk shares the powers and abilities of the regular Hulk, with one huge difference. Cosmic Hulk's powers come from a never-ending resource of power cosmic, unlike the other Hulks who utilize gamma radiation. Thanks to the power cosmic, this robotic Hulk has some unique powers, including flight, shooting energy beams from his eyes, and the ability to absorb and store energies.
Mm.
Got Red Hulk, She-Hulk, Professor Hulk, Doc Green, Savage Hulk, Merged Hulk.
Joe Fix It.
That's probably the most famous out of all the Hulks. That aren't the
Merged
Hulks.
Hulk, who had the intelligence of Bruce Banner and remained a gigantic version of the Savage Hulk, though stronger. Wow. Merged Hulk. I think this is the one they're making with the guns. It says that he is a cross between, it says he's got the intelligence of Bruce Banner and he's the gigantic version of Savage Hulk, but stronger. So it's like he's the best of like Smart Hulk and Savage Hulk in one. And then let's see, Mindless Hulk. Ooh. Yeah. Anger. Maestro, he's a beast. Maestro was like, yeah. This version comes from the darkest future timelines of Marvel Comics. First appearing in Peter David's 1992 Future Imperfect series, Maestro is a version of Hulk who became even more powerful than the regular Hulk after being exposed to a nuclear radiation from the end of the world events that killed off most of the planet. His strength is so incredible that he can lift twice as much in a calm state. Because he's been around longer, his strength level has increased exponentially, and continued exposure to gamma radiation only adds to this. What's more is his apparent insanity also serves to enhance his anger levels and therefore his strength. Yeah, he's a crazy fuck. Green Scar. In the Planet Hulk storyline, the Illuminati, led by Doctor Strange, trick Hulk into leaving Earth. Yeah. He battles his way to the throne of Sakaar before the ship. Oh, it's Sakaar. Okay. Green Scar. I don't know. I thought Scar was his son. Claw. I remember this dude. Yeah, he's all black with the mohawk. Yeah, it says one thing that most people don't know is that there are multiple Hulk personalities in Bruce Banner's head. 2014's Avengers vs. X-Men Axis readers were introduced to Claw, who is an extremely powerful version of Grey Hulk, and Banner had long suppressed his psyche. Claw had dark gray skin with red lines covering his body and deep red eyes. He doesn't rely on the mere rage that powers Bruce Hulk's Bruce's Hulk, but is anger personified. Fuck out of here. Not only was Klaus stronger than previous versions of Hulk, but he also had some additional powers, including telekinesis, and he was able to defeat one of the strongest Avengers rosters, including Thor, Scarlet Witch, Luke Cage, Wasp, Sam Wilson, and Medusa. And the version was lost when Scarlet Witch cast a reversion spell to revert the Hulk. Blue Hulk, Titan Hulk, Immortal Hulk was my favorite. Hang on, I gotta mute this. Immortal Hulk was my favorite. And he had the Devil Hulk is an evil personality of Banner, a personification of his resentment in the way the world treats him. The Immortal Hulk stems from Banner and Hulk being through multiple deaths and rebirths, thus allowing Devil Hulk to suppress other incarnations and become the dominant Hulk. He is unkillable even by cosmic beings. There's no way to kill him. He's immortal. You kill him, he's just going to come back from the green door. He can also drain gamma radiation from other beings, allowing to become even stronger. But they use something called the green door, and it's like some other realm, and it's crazy. It's like way beyond anything to do with science or gamma radiation. But you have to read Immortal Hulk. It's I think it's the best Hulk story in many decades, because it harkens back to the horror days of when Hulk was a horror character. The original Hulk, the Gray Hulk, he was more like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, like
a monster. It's a straight monster. Yeah. And that's how and you know what too, when you read those comics, that's how they portray him, as just like a straight monster.
Mm-hmm. Yep. World Breaker Hulk is like one of the craziest. I don't know who they're going to say is stronger than him. I thought he was the strongest Hulk, so I don't know who they're going to say is stronger. But after his family seemingly destroyed the planet Sakaar, this Hulk came to be when the Hulk absorbed the energy of Sakaar, making him supremely powerful. He returns to Earth with rage, grief, sorrow, and vengeance in his heart, aimed at the Illuminati and the Avengers who had exiled him to Sakaar. World Breaker Hulk. Oh, okay. Breaker of Worlds. That's what it was. Okay. Breaker of Worlds. That's the most strong one. This version of Hulk shouldn't be confused with World Breaker Hulk. Breaker of Worlds comes 10 billion years in the future when the one below all destroys Banner's soul and takes possession of his body. Wow.
That could be a problem.
Yeah. The sentience of the universe who thinks Bruce is still in control wants to merge so they can become a new being, but the one below all possesses Hulk and devours the sentience. This transforms Hulk into a Galactus-like being that can destroy an entire universe in an instant. After 10 billion years, the Breaker of Worlds has wreaked havoc and decimated everything, rendering the universe dead. If we ever get to see the one below all possess Hulk and transform him into this version, there's no doubt he'll be the strongest ever. Yeah. 9 billion living souls are extinguished. Membranes rupture. Nuclei shatter like spun glass. Biology becomes physics. Yeah. All that to say, this Machine Gun Hulk's going to be a dope figure.
I'm definitely going to have to get it.
Yes, sir.
Well, with that, fellas, I got to break out. Merry Christmas.
Break out. Peace out. Yeah, man.
God.
It is a Merry Christmas Eve, Stu Dog. Be safe.
Good, Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat.
I wonder, grown man worried about so.
Yeah, you know what? It is no wonder why the elite get away with what they do. Because grown men come into a chat and leave messages like this. Yes, creation evolution. We are all doomed because of people like you.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, he said because we collect toys that the world is doing because we just got keyboard warriors. Keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors.
Where is
love him.
my sniper? Where is Slade at? No, I'm just kidding. It's all good.
I
That's
think
your
only
opinion.
I think
I
only
love
we can see it. 'Cause, I think they sniped it out of the chat because I don't see it in the chat.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. But yes, Merry Christmas, y'all, and to each a good night, and we bid you adieu and all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys this weekend, of course, Saturday, as we get down and chop it up with y'all as we do every Wednesday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. So again, Merry Christmas. Go check out the Dave Chappelle special if you haven't yet.
Yes, and it's also our last show of the year too.
This is our last show of the year?
Saturday will be.
No, Saturday.
Saturday is right.
Saturday
Yes.
will be our last show of the year. Yeah.
Very good. Yes. That's right. So yes, don't miss the last show of the year. We'll see you guys Saturday, and don't forget what we always tell y'all.
Be water, my friend.